After changing our status via the passport, does the revocation of election change our tax status to non-resident alien? And would I then file a 1040 NR notice of final return? Is that what you're asking? Um, so the that's actually a great question because there's these sub franchises, public franchises called the IRS, called the voters registration, called the DMV, SSA, all these agencies out there. And within respect to the IRS, there's three things we do with the IRS. We don't just do a revocation. We do a notice of removal of signature. Why? Because we don't want to give them any longer the position of being trustee, or excuse me, us being the trustee, them being the beneficiary, and have the ability to write our signature on 1040s at will, which is what they do. If you fail to return, they give you notice, and then they say, we're going to file returns for you, right? Well, it's you filed something in the past that is allowing them to use your signature on future documents and file on your behalf. So we do a notice of removal of signature on all docs, 1040s, W2s, W4s, excuse me, W4s, W9s, anything related. And we do not want them to be able to monetize your 1040s any longer. And so it's the removal of a signature, it's a notice of status, and it's the revocation of election, total of 9 letters. And if you have any business that's in the old that you need to file on, if it were me, I would finish up my business for the registered organization, file, and I would not fund it because upon filing, I'd cross out that final paragraph and I'd sign it with the way that I always tell you guys how to sign. And then that would give them in their mind the ability to set the debt off and get paid. Remember, people that file do not go to jail currently. Or excuse me, people that fail to file are the ones that go to jail. It's not the people that don't pay their their taxes because you're giving them the ability to set the debt off, which means pay their taxes. So file the return or don't. But we put you in a position where they're not going to be able to go after and collect on anything after the fact. And after you do your revocation, your notice of status, they're by obligation under the IRS, they can't make contact with you. So people, after they are not getting contacted again from the IRS upon going through our process. If there is any letters that are going out, we show you what to do with those letters and how to respond to something that you receive in the mail. You don't want to ever be holding the office of the person. So anytime a letter comes in your name, we show you what to do. These are all ways that they gain jurisdiction over you. So yes, you have the passport. That's one way of getting status. And you have to go through all these separate adhesion trusts. I call them trusts because they're not an adhesion contract. You don't get a countersigned agreement. You're self-executing to be the trustee, the surety, the collateral over that transactional document. And you're agreeing to all the terms on the back. They don't countersign it, so it's trust. So you can change that trust any which way you want, period. And I know there's a lot of people out there that are going to say, oh, poo-poo that. Oh, really? Okay, so do I create a new record, a new contract by them administratively faulting and defaulting upon serving them with my letters? The answer is yes. They've consented to the terms of my agreement. Therefore, I can hold the driver's license in my wallet for the registered organization, and the contract for the human or the man is gone. When you read our DMV docs, very powerful, important to understand. But that's a great question. Just I would file the final return, just noticing them. I would not sign them normally. I would cross through everything that's on that document pertaining to taxpayer, US citizen, because you can't agree to any of those things there.